Hi, this is Balaji, Assistant Professor, Diploma Mechatronics Engineering, SNS College of Technology. So today we are going to discuss about metrology and measurements. The topic called the foam measurement. Okay, so basically foam measurement, which is used for to measure the thread measurements and then gear measurements. Okay, so we'll be having some thread technologies and then gear technologies, and then we'll be having some gear measurement devices and then some thread measurement devices. So those things we are going to discuss about in this video. Okay, so in this topic we are going to see like technologies and then errors and then how we can measure the external diameters and the internal diameters and then some surface measurements, and then in gear measurements we are going to discuss about some technologies, errors, and then gear tooth vernier calipers, profile projectors. Those things we are going to discuss about here, and then also round measurement also we are going to discuss here. Okay, initially we start with the screw thread measurement. Okay, basically what is screw? So screw threads are used to transmit power and motion, and also used to fasten two components with help of nuts and bolts turns. Okay, basically threads are using to connect the two components by using some thread way. Okay, so usually you can see in the screen, basically we have two kind of threads are available. One is the external screw threads, and another internal screw threads. Okay, so in external screw threads, in the screen you can see as nearby it, the thread is available in surface of the our component. Okay, but in internal screw thread, our thread is available in our internal surface in our component. Okay, so every thread has some angles, and then the thread surface totally have some diameters, and then some things, some technologies available in those internal thread and external thread. Okay, so we can see one by one. So initially in screw thread technologies, you can see the screen, the top surface. Okay, basically in the top surface of our thread is called crest. Okay, in the screen you can see crest. In the bottom surface of your thread is called root. Okay, distance between every crest is called a pitch line. Okay, between the crest of pitch is a pitch line, and then and the angle between the two flanks is called as a thread angle. Okay, flank is basically known as the 45-degree of the top to bottom crystal root. Okay, so that is called a flank. The distance between the two flanks is called the thread angle. Okay, so and also it has some dedendum and addendum length lines. Okay, the distance between the top to down of the crystal root is called to addendum. In the center line, it's called as a pitch line, which is drawn under the entire distance of the pitch to crest line. Example, if you take a distance of addendum, it may be 4 mm or 5 mm. So it's a pitch line is called as a 2.5 mm for the 5 mm distance. Okay, if you take the addendum total distance 4, the pitch line is called as a 4 mm. Okay, so basically we have to know the major diameter and minor diameter, and then effective diameter. Okay, so these are the some major things we have discussed here, like screw thread, crest, root, flank. That means it's a distance between the crest and root. The third surface connects crest with the root. Okay, lead, the distance of screw thread advances in one turn. Yeah, the distance is called as a lead. Okay, that circumference is not to have to take. We have to take the distance. Okay, that is called a lead, and then pitch is the distance from the point of screw thread is corresponding the point next to thread is called as a pitch line. We can say as a distance between the two crest or two root. It is called as a pitch. Okay, and then helix angle, the angle made by the helix of the thread which pitch line with the axis is called a helix angle. Flank angle is the half of the include angle of thread angle is made with the flank. Okay, it depends on the flank. Okay, you can see in the screen the flank between the thread angle, and then the thread angle divided by 2 the flank angle. Okay, that is what about the flank angle, thread angle, the helix angle. Okay, and then we have some effective diameter technology, and then or else we can say is a piston diameter, and then internal diameter and external diameter. That, or else we can say manual diameter, diameter, diameter. So those are some important terminology in our thread measurement device measurements. Okay, remaining things we can see in our next video. Thank you.
Right, that actually.